everyone, and welcome to the first fully live Tennessee's Great Baking Show. Today we are going to be baking some delicious cornbread and also going to be making some food. So welcome to the amazing November edition of Tennessee's Great Baking Show. I hope you all are having a lovely time, a wonderful Sunday, and being very well adjusted to I guess the current climate and everything. Do you like this wig? This was made by, I think it's like Drag Wigs on a Dime, and it's by this queen who I think is from Orange County. It makes a lot of wigs for Angina. So this was actually inspired by the movie Coco. I really like the matriarch Imelda and her hair. So I saw that this queen had done it before, and I was like, can you make me that? But like make it a lace front. And she did. And so this is my wig. I do want to acknowledge really quickly, so the elephant in the room is that it is November. It's quite close to Thanksgiving. And originally I was going to call this the Thanksgiving show, but I also wanted to acknowledge that while Thanksgiving for a lot of us, including POC, is a great time for us to gather and be with friends and family, albeit maybe not this year, and eat lots of really good food, like really, really good food. It's also important to recognize the situation in which this holiday was founded, which was through colonization and imperialism and also genocide of indigenous people here. So I want to do a quick acknowledgement that right now I am here in Oakland, which is originally Ohlone territory. And originally I'm actually from Los Angeles in the suburbs, and I was there in Tongva, the Tongva territory. So I want to acknowledge that. There's actually a really cool video that I can't link right now because I have these nails on, but I'll probably like share it someplace later about the true story of, I think there's one on Columbus Day, but there's also one on Thanksgiving. So I just wanted to do that little acknowledgement really quickly. But thank you all for being at this show. I am typos in the chat due to nails. I'm reading this. I have my laptop, which is connected to a DSLR, which is being managed by my partner, and then I'm reading these right now. Okay, cool. Yeah, so basically I'm going to be jumping in and making a few things. So if everything goes right, this is my show so I can do whatever I want. I want to make a skillet cornbread. I'm going to make Southern sweet iced tea. A little bit less sweet, I think, than they usually make it, because I don't like things to be super sweet. I'm going to be making this really amazing recipe from this book I have called Vegan Soul Kitchen by Bryant Terry, and it's going to be, what's the official title? I'm going to look it up. Citrus collards with raisins redo. So I'm going to be making that, and I'm making sweet and savory grits, which is a recipe I make a lot. So this hopefully should go really, really well because I've made all of these in some form or another. But in any case, to make this game a lot more fun, or this show a lot more fun, I have my coffee here. I don't know if you all have a drink, water, orange juice, OJ and vodka, tequila, what have you. Every single time I have to look for something, like I'm like, where are my sweet Hawaiian rolls? Like, oh, they're over here. Take a drink. Once I have to wash something, take a drink. I think there was another one where, yes, that's right. So once I'm like, oh my god, what's going on? Like, everything's messing up on me, you can finish your drink. So hopefully that won't happen. We did have some other issues, I think, in the other shows where I wasn't really prepared. But because I made everything this time, hopefully third time's a charm. So I'm going to stop babbling now, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I have this right here, and I'm going to pull up my recipe for cast iron skillet cornbread. So first thing you're going to want to do, and this is going to be made in here, my lovely cast iron skillet. I don't know if you all have seen the memes of like a boyfriend being like, oh, my girlfriend's cast iron skillet was so clean, so I scraped off all of the seasoning off it, and it's like terrible. But anyway, you're going to want to preheat the oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit, and you're actually going to place this in there, and it's really interesting. You're going to actually take it back out when it's really hot, and then you're going to put all of the ingredients in there. So I'm just going to start with that really quick. Also, shout out to my partner, Eddie, who's behind the scenes, making sure that everything is working. Eddie, I really appreciate you. If anyone says something really interesting in the tweet, or I don't know, like, Hennessy, I fucking hate you, feel free to let me know and I will address that, because it's really hard for me to, like, do this all the time. But cheers to Eddie. Eddie's amazing. I don't know what I would do without him, so I'm going to be putting this inside over here. And then, okay, so in a large bowl, whisk together the cornmeal, flour, sugar, salt, baking powder, and baking soda. Then you whisk in the milk, buttermilk, and eggs. So, is this large enough of a bowl? I think I'm going to use this one instead. And you also need melted butter. So I think what I'm going to do is, so you need 8 tablespoons melted butter. I'm going to go ahead. So I have everything and I'm prepared right now. I'm going to put this in here. And I'm going to melt it. It does say melted, right? Yeah, it says unsalted and melted. I swear at one point I'm going to lose it. I'm already, like, actually starting to lose this nail. You all should, like, take a drink if I lose a nail. I think I'm not going to put them back on because that's kind of annoying, and maybe by the end of the show I just won't have any nails left. Who knows? Okay. So I'm going to go put her in the microwave for about, 30 seconds. Okay, I was thinking. I was like, what? Okay. Man, it's going to be hard to talk when that microwave is going on. That's so interesting. Okay, so the other thing I want to do is there's 2 different types of milk. There's milk and buttermilk. So I'm a cheap ass, so I didn't buy buttermilk. What I do have is I have this milk, which I've had for a long time. And to make buttermilk yourself, you actually put a little bit of lemon in it, and then that you kind of let it sit there for a while, and it turns into buttermilk. So I'm going to do that instead. So, let's see. 1 cup buttermilk. So I'm going to measure out 1 cup. I have my cup here. Ah! Okay. And where do I put this? Just gonna put it here. And then I think you're all gonna have to drink because now I have to go grab a lemon. So drink. Okay, so I have this. I'm gonna go grab my knife. Why is the cutting board in here? Oh my god, I have to wash the cutting board. Okay, I guess y'all can drink again. I swore I washed it before. Okay, whatever. Alright, so I'm going to cut this lemon. Knife, 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 knife. I have this shitty knife. I know I have a knife somewhere here too, but whatever. So I think you're going to want to get, like, a good tablespoon of lemon juice in there, but I think I'm just going to quickly kind of guesstimate. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back here. My nails come off, so y'all can drink again too if you want to, but I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze a bunch of lemon in here, and then hopefully when this all comes together, it's just gonna taste good. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. I'm the only person that gets to taste it. So at the end, I'm gonna actually eat everything I'm making in front of you all, and you get to watch me eat. Well, you can't actually try my food. I would deliver it to you all if I could, but we are in dark pandemic times at the moment. So let me just go over to the dry ingredients part. Me with my haphazard orders. Oh, that's right. I didn't forget the butter, so I'm starting that now. So 1 1/4 cup cornmeal, and so I have that over here. This is my cornmeal. 1/2 cup. So I'm going to do 2 scoops of this. And then 1/4 of a cup. So another 1/4 of this. So this is fine grind cornmeal. I'm gonna peek to see if anyone's talking in the chat. Hi, Adami! My bestie is here. Andraste, I didn't know if you were going to be in the stream. I'm super glad that you're here. I love you so much. Andraste is this really amazing coworker I had at YouTube, and when I left, she made me a full course meal. You are my inspiration. Thank you for being on the stream. Okay, I'm going to go back to this so I don't get too off track. And then we're going to want 1 3/4 cup all-purpose flour. So I'm going to take this again. And then we have the pre-sifted all-purpose flour. So let's get it. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. And then I just put everything haphazardly over there. And then we're also going to need sugar, salt, baking powder, and baking soda. We're going to want all of that. So, wow, that's a lot of sugar. It's 1/4 cup granulated sugar. Do I put that in immediately? Yeah, I do. Okay, so let's grab the sugar. Ooh, I am getting hot. Eddie, what you reading? Nothing?
Just Twitter.
Okay, he's just on Twitter. Cool, and then we're gonna get 1 teaspoon kosher salt. Okay, it's like reminding me to grab it. So yeah, it looks like it actually because it hasn't completely melted, so I think I'm gonna throw it in there for like another 20 seconds. So usually about a minute you're good, but you don't want it to explode in the microwave because that's happened before. So I'm putting it in for another 20 seconds, and then I'm going to eyeball 1 teaspoon of salt. And then 2 teaspoons baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon baking soda. So I'm going to try and... knock this out really fast, y'all. Okay, so this is actually baking soda. These containers are actually really similar. So when I bought this from Trader Joe's, baking soda, I actually thought it was baking powder. So I ended up buying the wrong thing, but I ended up using more baking powder just to clean. So it kind of ended up working out. And then baking powder. Watch me just spill this all over myself. One. And, come on, it's like really crumbly. And 2. Okay, so what's next? We got the salt. Okay, and I think those are all of our dry ingredients. So this is like our cornmeal, I guess, mix. You can buy like cornbread mix from, you know, the supermarket. I'm not gonna do that. I'm extra as fuck. So I will make a pumpkin pie with real fucking pumpkin. I did that in the last episode. I grilled a pumpkin, slathered it with oil, and then yeah, I grilled it in there, and then boom. Yeah, I made my own pumpkin pie. So the butter is here. And then so now we're going to whisk in wait. Okay. We're gonna whisk in the milk, the buttermilk, and the eggs. So now the buttermilk has been sitting for a little while. Let me see if it's I don't know if it's begun to curdle yet. It kind of still smells like milk. I'm going to let it sit there for a little bit longer. But basically we put in the milk, buttermilk, eggs. So let me go ahead and put that in. And it's interesting how usually a lot of times in more complicated recipes, they have you put the dry ingredients in one and the wet ingredients. But here it's telling me to whisk the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients, which is all right. So I guess we'll just go ahead and follow it as it's done. So I put on these nails literally as the commercials were playing, and they're like literally just all falling off. So this is gonna be really funny. I think, yeah. Okay, like who wants to bet that a nail is going to be like fall in here and almost get baked in? Like I feel like that is really likely, and I don't want that to happen. I'm gonna check what y'all are saying in the chat right now. We stand for a book stack table. I'm such a nerd, I didn't realize this was live. Cool, cool. Okay. Alright, so we got 2 eggs here. Ooh, got egg on myself. Actually, I'm gonna toss this in here. Ah! It's so hard with nails on. And then how much milk again? We want 1/3 cup whole milk. By the way, are any of you watching, I assume that some of you are, you know, while eating your food, while, I don't know, simultaneously watching another show, while, I don't know what anyone else is going to be doing. But yeah, let me know if anyone's kind of like multitasking. I do this all the time. I think yesterday when I was preparing for this show, the Gappa Runway was happening, so I was watching that at the same time. But I've literally had 2 screens before watching 2 different Twitch shows at the same time, which, because I don't want to like miss anything, and I just try and like interact and stuff as much as I can. We have like ingredients slowly migrating from here to here, so I hope that's going to be okay. So I don't know if the buttermilk's ready yet. I mean, it smells like milk with lemon. But fuck it, I'm just gonna pour it in. I think in the past I made a vegan version of cornbread using a non-vegan recipe, and it turned out alright. It wasn't the best cornbread, but it was still good, and I ate all of it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pour that in there, and then now we have our dry and our wets together, and then we're gonna go and whisk it. Okay, wait. That's right, whisk in almost all of the melted butter, reserving about 1 tablespoon for the skillet later on. So that's really interesting, because what I would just do is cut 7 tablespoons and then take the last tablespoon and then just kind of like rub it on there. Wow, this looks really, really beautiful, you all. I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of getting that lovely cornmeal-y, sandy texture. So I'm just going to make sure that this is stirred in. Oh, I already took my butter out. Okay, so I'm going to put in almost all in except for 1 tablespoon. Okay, yeah, that's kind of a tablespoon left. Okay, I did that. Now we're going to pour it all in here. And then this is the part where we're going to remove the hot skillet, reduce the oven temperature from 375. Huh, okay, that's interesting. I'm going to change that right now to 375. Okay. And then coat the bottom and the sides with the remaining butter. Then, of course, you pour the batter in and place it into the oven. So I'm going to go ahead and move this slightly so you all can see. And I'm going to go ahead and grab my... what is this thing called? Oven mitts? I'm gonna grab the oven mitts. Okay. Put this away. What did I drop? Okay, I dropped these. So, are any of you watching Bake Off right now? There was a controversial episode that happened this last episode, and it was really interesting. But I actually do really identify with this one baker named Laura. Laura's a really messy baker, and she's spilling shit all the time. She's like, shit is melting, and she's like, oh my god, I'm messy. She started crying because I think at one point she had to do math, and I felt that. I felt that because I'm so fucking messy. So, what I'm not going to do is burn myself. Okay, we got her here. You all see this hot skillet? Okay, cool. So, coat the bottoms and sides with the remaining butter. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it the way that I regularly season my skillet. So I'm going to take just a little bit of this paper. Let's get a corner of it here. I'm going to take the butter and then pour it on here. Ooh, listen to that sizzle. And then I'm gonna kind of, you know what? I was going to take this and then just kind of do that, but now I'm kind of scared to. So let me just go ahead and rotate it until it gets it. But you know, it's kind of interesting that they want me to do this because there's already butter in the mix, so I don't really see the point. Plus, my skillet is seasoned because I regularly use it to make, like, you know, onions and stuff. Okay. I'm gonna do one thing that the recipe isn't telling me to do, just because I feel like it'd be a good idea. Oh my god! Okay. I'm gonna take my baking spray and I'm just gonna... Yo! I literally sprayed my computer! Oh my god, this is my work computer! Okay. Tea that's not too sweet. Okay, what are people saying? Scrubbing what water stains out of my toilet. That's a really interesting thing to do while watching this. Okay. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna... Okay. Y'all didn't see that. Okay, I don't even have a place to put this, actually, so I'm gonna keep this right here and just be careful. Okay, that's cool. I'm such a mess. Oh my god. Okay, so I think next what we do is we just take this and then we pour it on here. Yeah. Okay, and then you basically bake it for 20 to 25 minutes, and then you allow it to cool for 10 to 15 minutes, and then you serve. Yay! Okay, so I'm going to do that. And then we're going to move on to the next recipe while we wait for this to cool. But before that, I think I'm going to put you all to a quick commercial break so that I can assess the situation, respond to some of your comments, maybe panic a little bit, drink some coffee, drink some alcohol. You know what? This is really interesting because I swear that my skillet is a normal size, but it's a lot more shallow than I thought it would be. I made skillet cookie, by the way, but this is the great pipe for skillet cookie, but this is like actually really shallow. So I don't know if maybe they want me to make this in a smaller skillet, which I don't have. Let me see. You know what? No. It's gonna rise. It's gonna rise because there's baking soda and there's baking powder. So it's gonna be alright. Cool. So, I'm gonna go ahead and put this inside. And we're going to bake her for 20 to 25 minutes, so let me set a timer for 20 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to do some cleaning, prepare us for the next recipe, and I'm going to send you all to commercial. So, see you soon. Any of the things I made today, hit me up for the recipes and I will send them to you. So basically what you're going to want to do is, you know what, this is interesting because I actually did it differently than how it's telling me to, and I'm going to do it my way again. So instead, I have this kettle, so I'm just going to put a bunch of water into the kettle, and you're going to want to have 2 cups boiling water, so I'm just going to put a bunch of water in there now. That is more than enough. And then we're going to set her to steam. And then basically, so what you're going to want to do is get like a little pinch of baking soda. And then I'm going to have my pot here. And you're going to get 6 tea bags. And once that water is hot, you're going to get 2 cups of that. Put it in here, let it steep. And then cover it for about 15 minutes. And then I think once it's, you stir in the sugar. And then after that, you're going to pour in the cool water and then refrigerate it and then put it with ice. So this is just something that is really good to have while you're making other delicious food. So I don't know if you've noticed a theme, but we're kind of going for like a southern vegetarian sort of November chili Thanksgiving meal. I absolutely love southern food. There's a lot of vegan southern food, especially here in Oakland. So this is actually, some of these recipes are some of the first ones I've ever made, actually. The collard greens one is new, but this one's pretty old. So I'm going to take a pinch of this here. That's a little bit more than a pinch. So let's drop it in here. And then I'm going to get the tea ready. So you just want tea bags. I'm sure there's a way to do it with loose leaf tea as well. But it's just easier to do with bags because, you just need 6 of them. Yeah, okay. So I usually go for just regular English breakfast. I'm sure any other kinds of black tea are going to be fine too. Nothing flavored though. So you guys see me awkwardly take these tea bags out with my nails. How many nails are we down? We're down. Okay, this isn't too bad. We're actually only down 2 nails. For a moment I thought there was gonna be a lot more. And these are the fingers I use the most, so it's not too bad. So okay, that's 1, 2. But anyway, y'all in the chat, let me know, do you prefer tea or coffee? Because I love both. If I had to lean to one, I'd say it'd be coffee. But I really love both. So let me know what you think. I know Andraste is immune to coffee, so I think she's going to say tea. It's 3. 4. 5. So while that heats up, I'm going to go ahead and see what y'all are saying in the chat. BB King Mama! Yes! Hello! Okay. Alright. Eddie, would you be able to get me one of the Jaff tea containers?
One of the what?
The Jaff tea boxes. Okay, so I have something really funny and interesting to share. So I am a social media manager and coordinator outside of drag, and recently I started freelancing, so I started writing social media content for them. One of them is a tea company, and I think it's founded by Sri Lankan Americans. So they have this whole thing that features on their Ceylon tea, and because I was writing for them, they gave me 3 packages of their tea. And I'm so happy. This is like the best thing. I feel like a really cool influencer and stuff. But like, look how fancy this packaging is. Like, you take this out, and then it's like, whoa! Oh my god! Look at this tea. Okay, so yeah, and then I'm gonna use one of the English breakfast teas here. So, I think the moral of the story is if you can ask for free stuff, always ask for free stuff. Because I was like, yeah, if I can try your tea, I can write better content. And they were like, okay, so it worked. Yay! That is like bubbling for a super long time. Yeah, we're gonna be good to go soon. So shiny. Yes, it is shiny. Yes. Okay. I am waiting for the water. I'm going to be showing you all in a little bit some amazing drag performances. As you all know, we have the amazing King, Oliver Branch, and he has been performing at Oasis. He is really like a chameleon of sorts. Really amazing, dapper Victorian gentleman. We also have, and currently in the chat right now, BB King Mama, and this is a really amazing, gorgeous, talented queen, BB King. Wait, BB King. BB King. Okay, BB King is. Wait, I feel like I'm saying it wrong. Oh my god. Okay, let me know if I'm saying it wrong. But it's a Filipino dessert, and she's actually making this on her website, and she's going to be delivering it in packages. So I think she's going to be moving to, I think it was San Jose soon. But you should both follow them on social media, and then I'm going to be showing you all their drag performances in a bit. So look out for that. So this is done. And very simple, I'm just going to pour out 2 cups of this. So that's 1 and 2. Look at all this steam, it's so aesthetic. Cool. Okay. Put this back here. And then cover and let it steep for 15 minutes. And so while we do that, we can go ahead and start on the collard greens. This is the part where I sort of make a decision whether I show you all the drag performances first, or if I just start making the collard greens first. Alternatively, I could cut one and make this a shorter show, but why do that? Why do that? So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and think about that, and I'm gonna use this to cover it. So we're gonna set another timer for 15 minutes. Look at that, we already have 2 things down. It's amazing. So set timer for 15 minutes. I mean, I guess I haven't been doing too much in this period, so maybe I should at least get started on the collard greens. So I'm gonna wipe things off of this really quick. So let me just do a quick promo about the book that I'm gonna be getting my collard greens recipe from. So again, this is Vegan Soul Kitchen by Bryant Terry. He is a really amazing cook. He's actually based in Oakland, so I really want to meet him one day. Something that you're gonna find out is just like so much of the good vegan, like black soul food is like, there's just so much of it in Oakland, and I love that. So his book is really interesting. I'm just promoting this. This is not sponsored. He actually does a really cool thing where before every single recipe, he shares a song that he thinks goes really well with the recipe, and he also shares a movie sometimes. So like he'll say, well, I guess for this recipe, the soundtrack is Sankofa by Hypnotic Brass Ensemble and Tony Allen from Allen Chop Up, and Sankofa by Cassandra Wilson from Blue Light Till Dawn. So I guess there's 2 versions of the songs that he recommends. So anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and make his recipe. It's very simple. You're just going to need 2 bunches of collard greens. You're going to take the ribs off, cut into chiffonade. You're going to need some olive oil. You're going to need 2 cloves of garlic. You're going to need 2 and 3 cups raisins, and you're going to need 1/3 cup freshly squeezed orange juice. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my collard greens. These are my collard greens, so I will wash them really quick, but I don't think that counts as a drink because I'm actually supposed to do that. So thank you, baby, for getting me this from House of Produce, I assume. Oh, I dropped something I dropped a green on the ground. Okay. Oh, these are so big. Okay, I'm just gonna watch them here. And then, do I have a colander? Okay, I do. This time I'm searching for it. So this is like so big. I don't know if this is actually doing anything, but okay. There's no room. Oh my god, there's so much. Okay, so y'all, this is what I'm gonna do. I think this is a good time to show you all the drag performances, because all I'm gonna be doing this time is going to be ripping the green leafy parts off of these collard greens, and then cutting them, and then throwing away the ribs. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you all the really cool drag performances that we have. One is cake themed, the other one's just really, really cool and sexy. And then I'm also gonna show you all a performance of mine. So I think So I think maybe just show them the 2 drag performances and then jump to my La Vie en Rose performance. So I'm going to skip the other ones. And yeah, I'll see you all soon. Hey everyone! Alright, I am like cutting the rest of this chiffonade, but let's give another round of applause for the amazing Oliver Branch and Vivi King Mama. Really lovely performances. Andraste said I would give my firstborn for Oliver's kitchen. I don't know if Oliver's in the stream right now, but now I really want to find out if that's his actual kitchen. I would assume maybe his family's, but you know, there's connects in the Bay Area. I don't know if like he knows someone or something, but that was a really nice kitchen. Anyway, that is the final bit of the chiffonade. This is a really rough chiffonade because I was cutting as fast as humanly possible. So, I think I might skip the grits part of what I was going to make, but the good news is we actually have our cornbread ready. It's a really interesting texture. Like, what does this look like to me? Anyway, this is our cornbread in a skillet. So now we just have to wait for it to cool down. And as I'm looking at the timer now, I think that's actually like about right now. So it'll be ready to eat soon. But I'm just going to go ahead and set that away. And then also our tea is ready. So I took out the tea bags. And now all I have to do is just put the sugar in it, stir it in, and then we add the remaining other water. Okay, so Baby, could you actually grab me that iPad? I'm gonna just double check the instructions. But it asks for 3/4. It asks for 3/4 of sugar, 3/4 cup. It's a lot, so I'm gonna go ahead and actually just reduce that to 1 cup. Where is my sugar? Okay, so the sugar is right here. So I'm gonna put 1 thingamabobber of sugar right here. And then just so much sugar. I'm going to stir it in, and what will I use to stir it in? This isn't really traditional, but I'll just mix it in with this. I'm going to go ahead and go back. How do I... Okay, you know what, actually, I'm going to use my phone and just double check the instructions. So I'm going to quickly like type that in. But while I do that, to make sure how much cold water I put it in here, I want to remind you all that we do have a cover fee, so we encourage everyone to watch whether or not you're able to pay it. But if you are, $5, $1, whatever you're able to spare really helps a lot. It also helps me pay the performers. By the way, I pay them regardless of how much I make, so that's just like a, something to let you know. And yeah, and also consider subscribing to Media Meltdown. I think for $4.99 a month, you're able to access all of the amazing shows. They have just really cool themed shows. Like they had like a Mike Myers versus Michael Myers show. I was on the Sojourner Weaver versus, what's her name? Versus, do you know her name, Eddie? Sojourner Weaver versus that red-haired girl from Alien. Or was that Sojourner Weaver?
That's Sojourner Weaver.
So that's Sojourner Weaver. Okay, I'm trying to remember what... Oh, the one that played Morticia. Who was that again? Oh my god, I can't remember. Okay, this is gonna bother me. But really quickly, I'm just gonna look up how much water I need to put in here. So Southern iced tea. Yeah. How are you all enjoying the show so far? Are you excited to see me dig into this delicious food? Let me know. Okay, I have this recipe here. Basically, my laptop died while the commercial break was happening. So, okay, so this is actually more than I thought it would be. It's 6 cups cool water, and then after that, I just go ahead and put it in the fridge. So, now that this is all mixed in, I believe. Okay, we're gonna get the cup. Oh, this stuff I have cup. Okay, so we're gonna get this, and then I'm just gonna get 6 cups cool water. Actually, maybe could you hand me that water container over there? Yes. Okay, cool. I'm going to use this purified water. I'm going to use 6 cups. Okay, let's count. 1, 2. By the way, people were making a lot of count memes. You know, the count from Sesame Street, because Donald Trump was like, "Stop the count!" And people were like, "Haha, this count." That was really funny. There's like Sesame Street. 3, 4, 5, and oh shit. I'm just missing a little bit. Well, tap water is not going to kill you. And 6. Okay. Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead, take this, and put it in the fridge. In the meantime, I would like to mention that if any of you tip me, I will do a performance of your choice. You just have to name the song, and if it's really obscure where I can find it, I can probably find it on YouTube. And then, for whatever you give me, I will go ahead and have a performance right here in this kitchen. Yes, I will do that. You only have until the end of the show. Just leave the tag that says this is for that performance. Now, if you want to combine the cover and the tip at the same time, you can do that as long as you give me the dinero. Just mention that in the Venmo tag. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and finish up with the collards. Okay, so we've drained them, and now you basically cook them for, we bring 3 quarts of water to a boil. Okay, so I do have a little bit of a dilemma, because I put my big pot away, so now I have to grab a different big pot. But I think, I use this to make tamales, so this is the only big pot I have. I think it's a little bit overkill for the collards, because I was thinking I could use that, but then I put my collard greens in there. Okay, wait. We can do something else. I'm gonna put this, okay, I'm gonna put this away, and then I think what I'm actually gonna do, I changed my mind, is I'm going to switch containers. So I'm going to put the tea in here. I'm such a mess. I'm going to put the tea in here, and then I'm going to grab that to cook the collards. Okay, cool. All about improvisation. Improvisation. So now I'm like, this must be what it's like to be on Great British Baking Show. Like, everyone on national television seeing how unorganized you are. Okay, so I'm going to pour this in here. And you know what? What if I don't clean this and it can just be tea flavored? I mean, we are cooking it with lemonade, so I think that's pretty interesting. So I'm just going to put this... There's a collard floating in. Kill me. In here. Okay, so hopefully that doesn't tip over. So... I don't even know if it's big enough to hold all this, but I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put this off to the side right here. Can I put this off to the side? Oh, this is milk. Okay, I'm going to put this off to the side right here. And then I'm going to just move things around really quickly. Yes, again, Oliver, I would definitely give... Eddie, can we give our firstborn for Oliver's kitchen? He's making like a weird face. He's like, his face is like, abort, wasn't ready for this conversation. Okay, so basically we're going to want to have 3 quarts of water over on a boil. I don't think this can hold 3 quarts. Do I even really want collards? Okay, no, I have to do this. Okay. This over here is 1 quart. Oh, just spilled some water. Okay. So now I'm going to watch this. You can drink. I always think like, oh, I I got this organized and stuff, and there's always something. There's always something when you're making all of these things. So another show that I watch, which is actually kind of a spin-off of Great British Baking Show, is it's called The Great British Family Bake Off. And it's very similar to Baking Show, except it's teams of families. So they compete in teams, 3 family members each. And they can be untraditional families. Like it can be girlfriend, boyfriend, and girlfriend, sister. There's like, I think like a team of like 3 brothers. There's like, it can be like a mom, like a father-in-law or something like that, and a cousin. So they're like really flexible with that. And it's really interesting to see them cook because it's like, oh, quickly watch that. Like, do you have the bowl? Like, why are you putting it in there? And it's just like, it's like when you're in a different environment, just like putting every single thing together is really interesting. So over high heat, okay, so we're gonna put this over to a boil. And then we're gonna add 1 tablespoon salt. So I'm just gonna quickly guesstimate this here. Okay, so I think this is a good time to see if anyone's tipped me for a performance because we're gonna have to wait for this to boil. Okay, come on, P90X. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and see that, and then yeah, pretty much once this is boiling, we're gonna cook the collards for 8 to 10 minutes. And we're almost there. We're almost at the finish line, and you all can see me eat this delicious Southern meal. Okay. Oliver Branch did something. Me. Okay, I don't think I've had any tips yet. So again, just one more time. If you'd like me to do a silly little dance here, just tip me $1 or more. Don't tip me like 10 cents. Come on, y'all. Like, but yeah, tip me like $1 or more, and then I will go ahead and do whatever you want. You know, like anything except like reciting like a speech from like a white supremacist. If you want me to recite a speech by someone, that's okay. I'll do that. I'll just be like, I don't know, maybe I'll do like a funny little dance to it. But yeah. So okay. So basically, we're gonna go ahead and wait for the water to boil, and then we're gonna put the collards in. And I'm just going to read some of y'all's comments right here. Living for this, Cake-Based Terror. Subscribe to Media Meltdown. All stacked up from COVID. Come on, P90X. And then Oversized Cookware. Yeah, I've made smallies before, and they are pretty amazing. So the water is slowly boiling here. So let me all know that you all that are in the comments right now or in the chat. Let me know what your plans are for the holiday that we just referenced earlier. I think me and Eddie are just going to be like sitting here, and I'm gonna be making him a delicious pumpkin pecan pie. Correction, I'm gonna be making myself a delicious pumpkin pecan pie, and he can have some. And yeah, I think we're just gonna have a good time in. Neither of us are going to see our families. I know some people are, no judgment to that, just, you know, obviously take precautions and stuff. So yeah, let me know what you all are planning to do there. This is nearly done. Cool. Yeah, 16 viewers. Thank you for the 16, or I guess probably 14 viewers that have still stuck with us today, and thank you so much for watching the stream. I really do appreciate it. Every viewer counts. Of course, 2 of those viewers are us, so that's why I said, you know, 14, not 16. This is, yeah, it's pretty close in there. So, yeah, this is all of the colors that we have that are cut into the chiffonade. There's actually 2 stacks there, so there's quite a lot. But it's really interesting because you cook it, and then after that, you put ice water to cool the collards. And we are back. So I have my collards going right now. I just have way too many collard greens. Like the recipe calls for 2, and it's a side feeding like family of 4. So instead, I'm just gonna make a smaller version because I really don't want to transfer this to a bigger cup. So they're cooking now for 8 minutes. I think. Let me see how far we are on the calendar. We're about. We only have about 5 minutes left. And then I cut some garlic because after this, we're actually going to plunge this into cold water to stop it from cooking. And then we're going to cook it with the garlic with a little bit of raisins. Where are my raisins? Where are my raisins? Where are my raisins? My raisins here, and then orange juice. This is really, really interesting. I want to let everyone know again, if you're just tuning in or you're tuning in after a break, I am doing a little thing where if you tip me any amount of money, $1 or more, I will do a song of your choice, or a speech, or I'll act something out, just as, oh, whoa, this is like, okay, gotta make sure that I stir this, because it is boiling. Let me bring it down a notch a little bit. Okay, and yeah, and don't forget to pay the cover if you can. It is $5, and the money will go directly also to the performers that I've hosted here, and me, I'm a performer too. So just letting you know, all know that. Of course, obviously, you can pay the cover anytime. The stream will also be accessible, I believe, afterwards. So if you have any friends that didn't make it to the stream now, you can let them know to watch it later. The only difference is I think some music and stuff, like some of the drag music might be muted, but everything else where I'm like just talking here should be fine. And so if you all want to tip me to do a performance right here in my kitchen, you have until about the end. You have until the end of the show to do that. And then after that, we will. Why is this frozen? I'm like checking something right now. And then after that, we'll basically have the end show. I'll say goodbye to you all. I will eat my delicious food right in front of you all, and then that'll be the end of the show. So we have about 5 more minutes cooking here. All right. 5 more minutes cooking here. Let me just check this. Also, if you do decide to like tip me and stuff, because I can't keep like checking my phone, you know, for a number or something, just ring it in the chat. Eddie is watching that, so he'll be able to see that. 2 more minutes here. So I'm going to go ahead and get the 1/3 cup of I was about to say mushrooms, not mushrooms. Of the, where is my 3rd cup? Y'all can drink now if you want, because now I like don't know where my 3rd cup is. You know, whatever. Let's just get the 1/2 cup here, and we'll just use a little bit less of this of the raisins. I don't even know how long I've had these raisins for. But yeah, you saute it with orange juice and olive oil. So let me just double check right now to see if I have my ice. I do have my ice here. Okay, perfect. It's in reach. Because what I'm going to do is basically submerge this once this is done cooking. So let me just transfer the collard greens here. And then so I'm going to get some water and then put all of the ice in there. So it's a really interesting way to basically get it to stop cooking. Okay, that's enough water. And about 1 minute left of cooking. Crack the ice. Do you like collard greens, y'all? I know a lot of people didn't like vegetables when they were younger, but do you all enjoy greens? I always like greens when they're in a, southern recipe, but they're not really things I would eat myself. I've tried eating them myself. Okay, Andraste says, setting up Venmo, if it had worked, I would suggest your favorite anything from Sailor Moon. The thing is, it's been such a long time, like, since I've watched Sailor Moon. I mean, there's, like, the theme song. Let me know if you want to see me perform the theme song. I don't know the words, but I can try. I can, like, hop around and stuff. Okay, so I think we're about 30 seconds. Where is my colander? Okay, yeah, my colander's here. Man, I have to keep transferring things, because I just have to, like, use them and stuff. Actually, I have this. Yeah, I'm gonna go transfer this here, so I can use this, because it has a handle. And thank you, Eddie, for getting me a colander. He saw my other one was broken. It had like a sharp edge, so I ended up cutting my finger. So he got me a new colander from Target. If your man doesn't buy you kitchen tools when they break, he ain't the one. Right there. Okay, all right. So let me turn this off right here. Stir it, and then, ooh, it's pretty hot. Take both hands here and dry this off. Or not dry this off, but like, okay. Okay, ow. Okay, all right, cool. So, wow, it's like so much less now when you look at it. But I'm going to throw it in here so that it can stop cooking. Come on. Cool. Okay, greens, 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 anything that you're feeling. And good job, Eddie. Okay, so I'm going to move this over here. Why does it seem like it's still baking? It is still baking, so I'm going to quickly cancel that. Is that canceling? Okay, cool. So I'm just going to double check and read the instructions. My book is like all wet here. Okay, so in a medium size saute pan, combine the olive oil and the garlic, raise the heat to medium. Okay. And then colander, raisin, half teaspoon salt. Okay, so normally I wait for the pan to get hot, but I'm trying to run a little bit faster, so I'm gonna go ahead and put 1 tablespoon over here. Let me know if you can see this. Can y'all see my pan right now? I think because I have so much stuff just floating over here. Eddie. Eddie. Can y'all see my pan?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put the garlic in here.
I found these results.
Google's like listening to me and doesn't even know what's going on. No, Google, you're wrong. By the way, so I had a coworker at YouTube tell me this once. So Andres, this was Jenny. She said that Google Home or Alexa was listening. So she said, Alexa, please turn off the lights. And Alexa said, go do it yourself. And she freaked the fuck out. And I'm like, that's why I don't have any of those home things. But yeah, I think she doesn't understand what happened there. And I think she looked it up and she couldn't find an answer. So that is kind of spoopy. So now I'm going to go ahead. This is now all covered in ice water. So I'm going to go ahead and pour this back into the colander so that it is drained. So that's done with that. Overall, I feel like this could maybe be a little bit, actually it's pretty tender, so I think it's alright. There's still some ice here. I'm going to wait for this to get, it's kind of ready. Whoops. Alexa got some sass. Andres said, broke up with a person because she didn't know what a spatula is and was a dick. Whoa! Wait. Okay, so she didn't know what a spatula was. But then, how is she a dick? I mean, you don't have to tell us more about your relationship if you want to, but, yo, cooking is really important. Like, I tried to date this one person who, like, didn't want to eat with me because he had his own, like, prepared food. And because he was, like, on a weight loss thing. And I really respect his, like, weight loss commitment because, like, he was able to make a huge change for himself. But it got to the point where, like, if you don't want to go eat out with me, like, you have to, like, bring your own food. I have to watch you eat it while I bring, like, my own food. And this was, like, before quarantine and stuff. It just didn't seem like it was going to work out with me because, like, food for me is really important. So it's just really funny the little small intricacies that can completely, like, ruin a relationship for you. So I'm just going to check the instructions here. Saute for 1 minute. Oops. Yeah. Raise the heat. I'm just going to raise the heat a little bit. Saute for 1 minute. Add salt, raisins, and then saute for 3 minutes, stirring frequently. So, add a little bit of salt. What is my salt? Wait, my salt's right here. Okay. emotionally distant, unappreciative, and also unaware of actual food and how it's made. Fuck her. Fuck her. Unappreciative of food, that is a red flag. That's, yeah. Well, I am glad that you are not in that relationship anymore. My phone is stuck. I'm trying to, like, see something right here. Oh, what am I doing? Okay. Okay. Eddie, do you think you can pull up the Sailor Moon's theme song? I'm just gonna see if I can do a little dance without moving things right over here. And then, so this is gonna be my first time doing this. So it's kind of like a test and a trial run because I'm gonna be playing the music through a browser. Oh, Eddie. I mean, I guess like play it through the browser over there.
Oh, you want it through the browser?
Yeah, yeah. Otherwise, I don't know if they're gonna be able to hear it. And then, yeah, we're gonna have to test to see if they're able to hear it or not. Just get it ready for now. Okay, so I'm timing this so that once this is done, we can just eat everything all together. Or I say we, I can eat everything all together. So I'm just gonna have like my little plate and stuff here. Happen to have a PayPal email? Yes. So my PayPal is qa.fan12@gmail.com. Eddie, if you could also like write that down in the chat, that would help a lot. Oh, you know what's interesting is I thought on my yeah, I think before when I made the little banner that you see below, it had my PayPal and my Cash App, but now I see it only has the Venmo. So yeah, that's really interesting. I guess I changed it. Okay, so put this for about 3 minutes, and then I think for the last, but yeah, don't worry about it for the last bit. Then cook it with the orange juice for an additional 15 seconds. Do not overcook. Collards should be bright green. Season to taste immediately. Okay.
You want to repost what on the kitchen?
Oh, the PayPal. And then do you have the Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this off, and now we're gonna add the orange juice. And then right before I eat, I'm gonna do a little dance for y'all just for funsies. So Andraste, don't feel like pressure to do anything. I'm just gonna do this for fun. Okay, so here is the orange juice, and then I guess you just cook it for about like 15 seconds. So if y'all ever want to try, I guess like southern collards, here's how you make it. And you know what? I'm feeling a little bit creative, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put some cayenne pepper or paprika. Let me just put a little bit of cayenne powder on here. Ooh. Yes. Okay.
That's correct.
Yes. Okay, that's right. Okay. Cool. All right. So I'm gonna now put this off to the side. And so pretty soon I am going to prepare for you all the meal that I have created. So quickly I'm going to grab this, put the ice in here. Woo. There we go. Okay, so now you can play the Sailor Moon song, yay!
That's one. Oh, this is a commercial.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm like, that doesn't sound like Sailor Moon.
Fighting evil by moonlight, winning love by daylight, never running from a real fight. She is the one named Sailor Moon. She will never turn her back on a friend. She is always there to defend. She is the one on whom we can depend. She is the one named Sailor. Sailor Venus, Sailor Mercury, Sailor Mars, Sailor Jupiter, So lift you up, she is the one named Cinnamon. Fighting evil by moonlight, winning love by daylight. With the sailors catching up fight, she is the one named Cinnamon. She is the one named Cinnamon. She is the one, Cinnamon.
Woo! It's like interesting because I usually like to do a lot of floor work. Like I do this and like this, but I can't with the kitchen. And then with like this instrumental part, I'm running. Oh, this isn't working. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm gonna go ahead and eat now, but I'm gonna show you all first. Let me just check. Okay, so luckily I have this with me right here. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna spoon this over here. So this is our citrus collards redo. So if you ever watched the, I think the Great Family Cook-Off, it's funny because the judges, they eat such little food before they critique it. And they share from the same plate, so it looks really awkward. But I guess it's not the same as eating sort of a, it's not the same as like eating a bake, where like you just eat a little bit and you kind of get the gist of the cake. I think you have to eat a lot more for food. Let me just quickly get, I think, a fork or something. Okay. So, this is the cornbread. I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of that. Ooh, I got a corner piece. Ah! Look at it. So it's a little bit, as you can see, it's not like super high. But yeah, the texture and everything looks good. So I guess I'll be the judge of that. And I don't know if the buttermilk thing worked or not, but I guess I will see. And then finally we have the iced tea over here. Oh! So I'm going to go ahead and pour some into my cup. I just made a mess. Okay. Alright. So are you all ready? I'm going to go ahead and eat my food. Itadakimasu! That is sweet, but refreshing. I think I could use a little bit more citrus in there. So where did I put that lemon? Yeah, I'm actually going to take this, improvise. Cut the lemon. Oh, wow. Just drop the lemon. I'm going to squeeze some in here. That hits a spot. That is really good. And then I'm going to try this cornbread. Oh my god, it's so dry. I'm thinking about the texture right now. You know, it's got a little bit of that cornbread savoriness. I think to make it more optimal, I should have just used buttermilk. But it is cornbread. I would say this cornbread is almost good enough to stand on its own, but it's probably going to be better with just some food with it. So, I will go ahead. Oh, hi everyone! Hi seashells! I like how just right at the bottom of that cornbread looks. Yes! Okay. By the way, let me know if anyone did end up PayPaling me and you requested a song and I didn't see it. I just didn't check right now. Okay. And then, where is my... I put my spoon someplace. Did I lose it? Okay, I'm gonna go grab a fork. Okay. Oh, here's my spoon. Okay. I guess that's the last drink of the stream, y'all. Okay, so this is my collards, my citrus collards redo. Oh, wow. It's actually a lot more tender than the first time I made it. The orange juice is pretty citrusy. Yeah, overall it's a good side. I'm glad I added a little bit of heat, the cayenne pepper to it, because that flavors it really well. So, I left out the grits from this meal, but overall, this is our lovely sort of Thanksgiving November meal. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm just going to check the stream really quickly. PayPal, thank you for the Mooney number. Okay, got it. So, thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to put it now to the end title sequence, but feel free to go ahead and chat. Consider subscribing to Media Meltdown. Pay the cover if you can, if you haven't. And again, you all, thank you so much for watching. And we'll see you all in December with another set of amazing performers and me making a delicious holiday meal. So, all right, thank you all for watching, and goodbye. Stay safe.